Ever encountered individuals in your personal or professional life who had traits or behaviors that you considered unhealthy and wish you would have known how to spot them sooner? Welcome to the Ask Dr. Georgiana's relationship series titled The 14 Types of People to Avoid. In part 1 of the series, I pointed out many of the characteristics of a cold person that can bring emotional pain to your life. In this segment, I'm going to explore another type of person that you should avoid, the negative individual. I'm presenting this segment in answer to a question I received from Marianne from Santa Fe, New Mexico. In her email to me, she stated, "Dear Dr. Georgiana, Bill and I have been dating for over a year now. I met him at a party and we hit it off right away. I knew from the beginning of our relationship that Bill had a tendency to be somewhat pessimistic about people, but it did not bother me too much because I'm quite the opposite and Bill seemed to appreciate my more positive attitude. The problem I have is that I'm growing increasingly tired of his grumpiness and the fact that he does not trust any of my friends or family members. He also distrusts some of his friends and at least a couple of his neighbors. I know my friends and family are not perfect, but he does not recognize their qualities and only remarks on their flaws. I'm even beginning to wonder what he really thinks about me and our relationship. When I tried to talk with him about his views, he said that he has very high expectations of people and they often disappoint him or try to harm him. He has used several examples to illustrate this point, but I don't see how any of these individuals have failed to consider his needs. If I disagree with him, he gets angry and confrontational. Sometimes when he's dealing with something internally, even if I'm minding my own business, he picks a fight with me and bums me out. I heard from his sister that sometimes he also does that to her. At this point, I don't know what else to do and I need your advice. Marianne, I'm sorry that you have found yourself in a difficult relationship. Unfortunately, the person you're describing fits the profile of someone who has a negative view of himself, life, and others. A negative person is someone who tends to see the glass as half empty rather than half full and chooses to focus on all the reasons why something cannot work or succeed rather than on why it might. Being around this type of person can make you feel unappreciated, falsely accused, frustrated that you could not please the person, constantly angry at yourself and at them, as well as deeply insecure and regretful of being in that relationship. Bill fits the profile of 4 types of negative individuals as follows. Number 1, the miserable. He often feels unhappy or angry around others and sees failures in people rather than qualities. Number 2, the demanding. He has more than normal expectations of others, gets upset if he does not get what he wants, and is often dissatisfied with what he gets from others. Number 3, the highly suspicious. He lacks trust in people, believes that others are trying to harm him, and often complains about other people's intentions. And number 4, the trigger happy. He creates havoc and spreads negativity by provoking confrontations. Given the number of traits and behaviors in Bill that fit the negative individual's profile, Marianne has a strong foundation for doubting her investment in a relationship with him. It is important that Marianne ask herself why Bill acts in the way he does. Are his traits circumstantial or due to a passing condition such as depression, or are they ingrained into his personality and very difficult to change? Marianne would be wise to suggest engaging the help of a psychotherapist or psychiatrist. However, it is unlikely that Bill will accept her suggestion, as he does not seem to want to discuss the impact of his actions on others and gets very upset when Marianne tries to bring up the subject. If Bill's negative characteristics have been there for a long time, he probably sees them as normal. So Marianne is in a bind and must ask herself whether she can live with Bill's traits as they are. If the answer is no, and she finds that there is a high probability of being emotionally or socially affected by Bill's behavior, it may be in her best interest to let go of the relationship. I would like to thank Marianne for sharing her experiences with me and giving me an opportunity to help her. I also would like to thank you for following this series. I am honored to be part of your journey to find and enjoy the right partner and look forward to sharing segments with you, connecting in one of my online relationship programs, or having a personalized relationship coaching session. If you have been successful at spotting unhealthy people before they created too much pain in your life, please share your wisdom in the comment section below or on my Facebook page. You can see the answer to many of my subscribers' questions and be notified when I post new articles by signing up to receive my online news bulletin at drgeorgiana.com.